Hi, I'm Will Shuler, a senior lecturer teaching focused in the Department of Drama, Theater, and Dance, and the Vice Dean of Education and Student Experience in the School of Performing and Digital Arts. The case study I want to talk about is a module I lead called Acting 360, where I train actors to act for cinematic virtual reality. I first started teaching this 2 years ago, and I did not know how to do it. And I was upfront with the students at the beginning that I did not know how to do that. That this is a new medium where we'll be using 360-degree cameras, watching things back in headsets, and I wasn't sure what actors needed to know or how we tell stories for this medium, but that I wanted to go on this discovery journey together with the students. This is pedagogy talked about by contemporary French philosopher Jacques Rancière in his book, The Ignorant Schoolmaster. And I've researched using this method and taught using this method and written that up already around live action role immersion games in higher education for the book Rancière and Performance. The first time I taught this module, there's very little written about cinematic virtual reality, and indeed not too many high-quality cinematic virtual reality films to watch. A lot of the CineVR films were documentaries, not much in the fiction realm, which is what I was interested in working on with the students. So how I approached it was first talking with all the students about what tools we have already to bring with us on this academic investigation and how we might practically interrogate the new medium. We decided to pair off and work on stage scripts, and they would memorize those and prepare how they might try it out for the 360-degree camera. And then we just started doing trial and error, recording things, watching them back, seeing what works, what doesn't. And as we did that, we began to develop a language of what was working, what wasn't working, how to articulate where to stand, where to look, how to move. And we kind of had to use this hybrid theater acting, camera acting language that we developed and evolved again through bringing the different tools we'd had in actor training into this new space. Each week, students would record and upload a version of their scene to our YouTube channel. The following class, we would be able to watch the scene back either in headset or by clicking and dragging on YouTube to discuss what worked, what didn't, and most importantly, what new things they want to try. This was part of our formative research process. For the final films, students I assigned in groups of 4, developing a scene together for CineVR. I supervised their script development, storyboard, initial takes of the film, and our technician, Chris Irwin, worked with them on the final edits of their film. You can see the way in which the students developed imagery, mise-en-scène, and storytelling, as well as specific acting techniques for cinematic virtual reality. After teaching this class, I wrote up my findings as a journal article on how to train actors for cinematic virtual reality. But this was still not all the way there. I'd only done it once with the students. There was still a lot of things to learn, and importantly, the technology was developing pretty quickly as well, and I wanted to know more about how to use some of the innovations in cinematic virtual reality. So I assigned to the students the second year I taught the module my rough draft journal article for actor training in cinematic virtual reality. I wanted them to, 1, know where I was in my thinking of this topic, 2, to set them off from where the previous class left off, but 3, and very importantly, I wanted to know what made sense to them, what didn't make sense to them, how they could use this or not use this, what gaps there were, so that way when eventually it is a published journal article and is being assigned to students, they're getting the most out of it that they can because students were part of that process of developing the work. And the students got really excited about being part of this research process together. And you don't have to take my word for it. This is third-year student Sarah Nichols, who took Acting 360 this year.
Yeah, I think it's my favourite module that I've done. Yeah, that I've done so far at this uni, because I think it's something like coming to uni should be about learning new things and things that you don't get the opportunity to do anywhere else. Like that's why we pay to come here, and like I guess aside from like all the lecturers specialing in different things, like I found it really interesting to work alongside you as you're also developing. I thought that was really, yeah, it made me feel valued as a student.